Hi, I'd like to give you a few meditations and reflections that I hope will help you in this new world that we find ourselves in. Number one, I don't care if it's me, I just want to be there for it. Let me unpack that one. It used to be you had to learn PHP and HTML and CSS to make a website. And then you just had to learn how to use WordPress. And then you had to learn how to use Squarespace. And then you pretty much just had to be able to draw something, and now AI just does it for you. You know? I'm not saying that you just need to get on the latest bandwagon and leverage tools as much as possible. I'm just saying you should look at how much your ego wants you to be working, how much you feel you have to do in order to be successful. Because the bottleneck these days is becoming more and more that question. How much do you think you have to work to be successful? How much do you think has to be from your own sweat to be successful? Are you willing to accept that the right kind of leverage and the right tools would allow you to get the same result without having to have the sleepless nights? It's about asking certain questions in order for your ego to step aside enough that you can find the quickest way through, because they're out there. I don't care if it's me, I just want to be there for it. Number two, I don't need this problem to be truly unique. I feel like this is one that I get caught up in a lot. The idea that I'm not interested if someone else has already solved this problem on any level. And I think that holds me back from doing meaningful work, because the first person through the wall gets bloodied and makes a big mess. And they don't often get the recognition, they don't have the final polished version of the thing, but the second or third person might. I don't need this to be a truly unique problem. Now, unique, this gets thrown around a lot. The idea of what is unique, and we call things unique that are not unique. That the word unique means one of a kind, truly the only of its kind. I don't need my problems to be unique. I want to make a good solution. And if that means standing on the shoulders of someone that's already been there, then I need to crush my ego enough to be able to use that solution and build on it and find the way, as in the first point, that I can be there for the solution, even if it's not 100% me. I'm reminded of someone that I worked with a long time ago, and indeed a lot of old programmers were like this. They might use an open source package, they might build on someone else's repository, but for the most part, and I've been like this too, they want to do it all. They want to build it from the ground up, have it as their very own, and have that pride. And there is a pride in doing something entirely, but if you step back one or two steps, you didn't do it all by yourself, man. You didn't build the computer. You didn't learn how to make a microprocessor. You didn't invent a machine code that runs the thing. Like, we're all on top of someone else's success. And if you define... Ooh, a frog. Hi, frog. If you define success as having done every piece of the puzzle on your own, then you're not going to get very far. You're going to be stuck in your ego. You're going to be stuck in the mire of that concept. You're going to be stuck. I do not need my problem to be truly unique. Okay, number 3, and this will be the last one for today. Suffering does not create value. The fact that you suffered to create something does not intrinsically mean that you have created value. If you decide that you want to complete a project and you decide to do it in the hardest way possible, that does not mean that what comes out of that work will have more value than if it were easy. And that's a test to put up against everything you do. Are you purposefully suffering in order to feel noble, worthy? I guess just those 2 words. Because if you are, you're wasting cycles. You're wasting time. And we only have so much. Oh man. Suffering does not add value.